Hello everyone, welcome back to StoneBlock 4. We, last time, made a particle accelerator. So today, we're hopefully going to get the things we put in the particle accelerator into matter. Which is a long process to make, but we'll figure it out. So, there are a couple of things we need to do to make this possible. Mostly, we need fluorite, which we can get, and we need uranium, which we can get. So, those are the ideas, that's the plan. We're gonna start by getting those two chickens. First and foremost, redstone, ender pearl. I need a redstone chicken. Red and sand. That makes sense. Red, sand. You're maxed out. I can probably throw you in there. There it is. Okay. And I don't have ender pearl at the moment either. Yes, I do. Do I? Do I? No, I don't. Ender pearl. Diamond, nether wart. Got it. I don't have nether wart. Nether wart. Glowstone, brown. That I probably have. Ender pearl, nether wart, diamond. Diamond. Uranium. Oh, that's tier 7. That's gonna take a long time. Alright. Fluorite. I suppose we can mark that off now. Nether quartz, blue. I have both of those things. I think. Pretty sure. Nether quartz, blue. And that makes a tier 4 fluorite. I would like to put some of this stuff away. Because I have no need for it all. I'm gonna keep that. That could always be useful. Anyway. This guy's gonna take quite a long time. And that's alright. We have quite a lot to do. I suppose while we wait, we need to automate these. Well, get a chemical oxidizer. And also a chemical dissolution chamber. And we also need sulfuric acid. Which is item to chemical in a purifying or another chemical dissolution chamber or an osmium compressor. That's a lot of options. You can also do it in a metallurgic infuser. That is a lot of options. What do these all cost? That's very, very difficult. Metallurgic infuser might be a good option. Although probably want to do it in a chemical dissolution chamber. Probably. Although apparently not. So it can be made in a chemical injection chamber. Let me look at how all these work. Osmium compressor, whatever this thing is. Let's look at how these work. This cannot make fluids. I don't know why it's here. Chemical injection. That's the same thing. Cannot make fluids. Don't know why it's here. This cannot make fluids. I don't know why it's here. This can. Can it make sulfuric acid? No. What a pain. Alright. Sulfuric acid. Sulfur trioxide water vapor in a chemical infuser. Screw it. Let's see what this costs. Oxygen, sulfur dioxide. Oxygen, I can guess at. That item to chemical. Yeah, what does that mean? What actually allows for that? It's not a chemical dissolution chamber. It's not a metallurgic infuser. It's not an injector. I don't even know how these things work. Water vapor, that's just that, whatever. Sulfur trioxide. Oxygen. Why does flint turn into oxygen? I don't know. Pressurized. There's gotta be a better option. Turn hydrogen to oxygen with just some water. Or why would you use deuterium? Okay. How do you make this? How do you get oxygen? How do you get oxygen? Cause this can't be it. The heck does liquid oxygen mean? That's just oxygen. I don't think that's the problem. You know, let's look at what sulfur trioxide is. Chemical oxidizer. Okay. Cool. How does one get oxygen? Ethene. No. No. Just no. That requires oxygen to make hydrogen. How do you get oxygen? How do you get oxygen? You know, really thought this would be a simple task. Sulfuric acid. Alright, Google. Mechanism. Sulfuric acid. How the crap do you... Okay. Water vapor. Water vapor is just water. Sulfur trioxide. Big sulfur trioxide. Sulfur dioxide and air. Or just... Oh. Make oxygen. Electronic separator. Electronic that's not true. Separator. That's StoneBlock. That's not a thing. That's literally not true. Okay. We need this thing. And then some sort of... What achievement did I just get, by the way? Oh. Gotcha. What is this thing coming? Not even close. Good. That gives me more time to look at this and be unhappy. What is this? Oh. It's easy. Osmium, iron, osmium. Okay. Okay. Uranium cakes. Those are just enrichment chambers. Cool. Starting this into sulfuric acid, which is the problem. Hydrofluoric? Not sulfuric. Hydrofluoric. That makes quite a lot of hydrofluoric. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Sulfuric acid. That's not true. This is what we need. Chemical infuser. A water vapor's easy. Let's look at this. We need another chemical infuser. Okay. Cool. I suppose let's just start making some machines, shall we? Let's make like 5 of everything. I don't know how much we're gonna need. Alright, let's start with making a ton of these. These are copper and redstone. Redstone, copper. Real shame this thing's not leveled up, but I could level it up if I wanted to. Oh, what am I doing? That's what this thing's for. Alright, easy start. Basic control units. I need more redstone. And osmium. Redstone. I haven't leveled up osmium? God dang. Okay. I need more redstone. So, I suppose I should probably make a bunch of these too. So I'll throw osmium back in there. Alright, coal and iron, like is normal. Coal. Personal vendetta is a strong word for what I have against wandering traders. I just find them a little annoying. That's really about it. I need stone or glass. Okay, glass is easy. That was weird. Okay. What's the problem? Not enough room in the output. See, that is what the actual problem was. I'm not sure what the problem was before, but it's not a problem now. Okay. Cool. We have most of this. I'm gonna sulfur dust. You know, I need sulfur, but I think this is gonna be an easier way to get it. So, yeah, I don't need that. Speaking of sulfur, I think it's about time we make that. $74. It's getting there. So that is one of the things we need to level up. Should have known sulfuric acid would be pain. Anyway, let's start with getting oxygen, probably. What is this made in? Chemical oxidizer. Okay. Personal chest. Basic chemical tank. Alright, so let's make some basic chemical tanks, because we clearly need a bunch of those as well. And those are redstone and osmium. Alright, that seems like a good amount of that. Now for that other thing that I need. A dissolution chamber is that expensive? That it requires refined obsidian and control units? I mean, alright. Not what I care about right now. Personal chests. 5 more stacks of steel. Gotcha. You know, I don't actually need all that much of these. These are what used for... One, two. Seems like a way easier way to get carbon. We'll make a couple. We don't need all that many, though. Unless the other one's easier to get. No, it's just barrels instead of chests. Chests are always going to be easier to get. Unfortunately. You also need glass. Alright. Basic control unit. Osmium. Redstone. Again. 95. Okay. Do I need more of these? Yeah, I need more redstone than that. Now I need a lot of planks. Just a ton of them. So many. Easiest way to do that. Oak. Maybe couple of stacks of oak. Doesn't really matter what it gives me. Perfect. I don't know how these things work. I don't need to. Dynamic tank. Okay. A stack of steel. Do this. Could also use some bucket. How many can I make? A lot more than you'd think. We're gonna get 3. I don't know if I'll need more than that. I don't really care if I'll need more than that. Because that's what I'm making. Alright. How's this stupid thing coming along? Slowly. But it's getting there. So this is how we turn sulfur into that thing we need. Do I have any roosts lying around? Because I need those for this automation process as well. Alright then. Cool. Alright. You move items into there. I need pipes, fluid, and item. I'm not sure what upgrades they're gonna need, but I'm gonna grab like diamond ones probably. Okay. I doubt I'm gonna need an upgrade for that. This is gonna need power. So that's a start. And that makes sulfur dioxide. That makes sulfur dioxide, which we then need to make oxygen in this. So we need this. We get the stuff for that. 2 osmium. Gold, iron. Okay. It would probably be more efficient to just find an ingot of iron and find an ingot of gold. Yep. Rather than doing all that other stuff. Triosis. I need iron and redstone. Not much, but some. That's good. We then have here. Why does this thing have power? It doesn't matter. It needs water. So that it can make oxygen and hydrogen. We're gonna dump the hydrogen, take the oxygen, put them together to make sulfur trioxide in a chemical infuser, which I should now make. Mix them together in this thing. That makes sulfur trioxide, which we then need another one of. Because we need to mix that with water vapor. Water vapor is gotten from a rotary, this thing, one of these things, rotary condenser. So let's make some of that stuff. We have a bit of the stuff we need for this. We need this, which is iron and redstone. And I need an energy tablet, which is gold. Now I need glass. Rotary condenser. So these both require water, which actually makes this pretty easy. Side config. Input, output. What? Which sides can have a... This is a fluid pipe. What? What? Ha. 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 What? Strict input. Off. Checked on. Energy. Items. Chemicals. Just switch everything to input output. This, so I can't, that's a problem. Huh. That's a fairly large problem, actually. Uh, Off? What is it? What? Ah, crap. Why? Why? So I can't. It. Do I need chemical? Is that a different kind of pipe? Sure seems to be. Okay, guess I'm gonna go get that. So let's start with these glass, steel, basic stuff. Have some glass. I need more glass. Done. We need red, iron, coal, osmium, not osmium, copper. Start with the easy stuff. Copper and redstone. Throw this into that. This in here. Put these things away. And make those. Create this. Mix them with this. Advanced pressurized tube. That's not the output side, is it? That's not the input side. Okay. Okay. We need a configurator. Great. Configurator. Osmium, steel, iron, iron. Okay. 2 iron. And osmium. Steel. Have I mentioned that I don't like the configurator? Anyway. Push. Pull. Push, push, pull, pull, push, push. Push. Pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, all of that crap. Okay. Cool. This needs water. Water. Easiest way to get water is probably Nevertide, if I'm being honest. Why the crap would you ever... Water condenser. Power. Optional. Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Or we could use a water egg from a water chicken. Which I think I have. Although I don't think he's leveled up. Is this guy maxed out? Yes. Perfect. So we probably... Okay, yeah, item tray. Probably need that. We'll deal with that later. In the meantime, rotary condenser that takes water. So this makes trioxide into sulfuric acid. Which then means, with a chemical dissolution chamber, if we put in fluorite, we get hydrofluoric acid. Chemical dissolution chamber. Oh boy. Find obsidian. Seems like there's probably a better way. Like in this somehow. Diamond, obsidian, osmium. Diamond, obsidian, osmium. Okay, sure. Do I need diamond dust to melt diamond? Or can I just straight up, yeah, I can just straight up melt a diamond. Okay. Probably don't need all of these. Probably need like a stack, but whatever. Alright. Obsidian and osmium. I'm not sure how much I need. How much do I need? 90? How much does this make? 90? Oh, we need a little more osmium than this. We'll melt down a little more osmium. What about obsidian? This is obsidian. Okay. Cool. Melt. 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 Oh boy. That thing's really, really dense, apparently. How's this thing doing? It's getting there. Refined obsidian. I need an ingot and some gold. Or something. No, it needs to be steel. Well, alright then. How much? How much steel? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's use an iron ingot. Where the lava? I don't have a spout. Where the crap is that spout at? Where's the spout? There's a spout. Foundry tap. Refined molten obsidian. Oh man. What a waste. Two more ingots. Okay. That's that. Ultimate. Okay. That's gonna require obsidian and diamond. So I need to crush that's a lot. Somehow this is an easier way to make this happen. Anyway. It's a good bit. Wait, no, I can't do that yet because I need... Yeah, no, I can't do that yet. I need many more diamond. Okay. Cool. That'll make that plausible. Just some redstone thrown on top of it? Okay. Do I need, how many do I need? 2? Okay. Diamond? Diamond. A. Okay. Let's do 8. Not sure how much this is actually going to cost, but we will see. How much does it take? 12. There we go. Huh. Oh, we need a lot. We need so much. Alright. Sure. Custom it out for me. That's probably good. I need at least a stack of that, but beyond that, we don't really care. Diamond. Cool. That's that. That was annoying. And that is 1. Literally. 1. And that's just to make hydrofluoric. That's just to make hydrofluoric acid. I still need the other one. Well, no, I just need a chemical oxidizer for that. Which is actually... It's actually good to know, but... Let me guess. Chemical? pull, push. Okay. Oh, we then have to combine those together to make uranium hexafluoride. A chemical infuser. Which means we need to make a chemical infuser. Okay, chemical infuser makes uranium hexafluoride. Isotopic centrifuge. We need an isotopic centrifuge. Turns really fast. Yeah, okay, makes sense. This lead ultimate control units. Where's lead? What crap do I get? I don't have a lead chicken. It's cyan iron. Right. You know what I don't have? Cyan. I do not possess cyan. Unless I do, I'd be very surprised. Whatever. We have green, right? I can make cyan. Put those together to get a crap load of cyan. And then we need egg. Egg. And then I need a chicken stick. Because I can't just have egg. I need a chimpkin stick. Where? Chickens, chickens. That's chicken. Not a chicken on a stick. Where is it? Is it over here? Did I put it with something? Why do I have 65 cold chickens? It's not here. Where is it? It's not in there. Is it at the world engine? Yes. Cool. That's that. No, let's use this crap in my inventory. Like steel. Uh, you know, that's not what I wanted to do. To create lead. Then get all the lead we need. Or to make this. Which requires more ultimate control circuits. Right. Okay. Right. Yep, yep, yep. That's flux dust. Something else. Put quite a bit of it somewhere. Not enough, clearly. There's a stack. grab another stack. And then we need redstone. And more diamonds. Put 2 of these in. Oh yeah, I need to actually... That's that. Again. Okay. Mix that together in that thing. And then, all of a sudden, we get fissile fuel. It's also used to turn nuclear waste into plutonium, but we'll get to that later. That's all for fissile fuel. Rotate, 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 rotate. There we go. Bop, 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 bop. All that for some fuel. Which is fluoride. There's more things I need to do. So, water, water. That would be after trioxide and sulfuric acid. That would be fluorites. Fluorites. And then that's in a chemical oxidizer. So that's uranium oxide. Put it there. Put the uranium in there. Put the fluorite in there. Grab the items. Okay. This thing almost... not even close. Right. Oh, and I need to be able to power all of these. I feel like I have a easy enough method to do that. Dip, 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 dip. There, everything's got power now. Now it just needs sulfur and water. And the process can begin. Although I should probably make a fluid drain. Drain. Copper, iron bar. Okay. Iron bar. Need a log. Log. Need some copper. Not a whole lot, just like one. Is this thing already stripped? No. So I can't do that. An axe. That places a torch. On axe. That'll do. Bop. Bop. Pull from there. We need okay. 5 more. There. How long does this thing take to make an egg? It would help if I had seeds. I also need to go find. Not very long. Oh, yeah. Why is it pulling that? Why is this thing not specifically pulling oxygen? Okay. I need a fluid trash can. Fluid trash can. And need to put it there. Come on, really? Gonna be like that? Okay, what if I rotate? No world where I can connect to? Probably be on that side, wouldn't it? Unfortunate. Alright, let's see if that's correct. Tier 5 do. Don't need anything crazy. I just need to know if I need to rotate this thing. Or what? Okay, oxygen's in there. Sulfur's good. Water's next. We need ender chests. Whatever those are. I don't know where those are. Those are probably at the world engine. Not hot. Bop. Bop. Don't I need to do another step in the process? Oh yeah, enrichment chamber, that's right. How did I forget about that? Anyway. Alright, we're turning sulfur to sulfur dioxide, which is then turning into trioxide. Trioxides being mixed with water eventually. Some variation thereof. Just as soon as we get some water. All of this for some fissile fuel. We make an enrichment chamber. Missing redstone and iron. Are you kidding me? Redstone, iron. Getting more from less. Not how that works. It's not quick. Luckily for me, I'm honestly unconvinced it needs to be. Eh. How do I get it to... I will never understand anyway. Doesn't matter. Alright, we're soon to have all of the water we will ever need. So that we can finally Begin turning oxygen. Slowly. I need a bucket of freaking... Okay, 1 second. Radio iron. I need a bucket of hydrogen. I don't even know if you can get a bucket of hydrogen, but we're gonna try. No, you can't. So, chemical oxygen. Perfect. Should now be making sulfur dioxide. Chemical hydrogen. Into the trash, please. Why does this thing have no water? Oh, you know what it probably is? Wait, water vapor. Is this thing rotated the wrong direction? What's the problem? There we go. Now it should be making. We're not. Because this thing is not taking any. There. Now it should be making it. Should be making sulfuric acid. I'm not sure if it is. It is. Sulfuric acid is now turning into hydrofluoric acid. Perfect. Hydrofluoric acid is not being taken. Energy? Okay, uranium oxide. Why are you not removing some of the hydrofluoric? And, you know, now it is. Why is it not making any? At least I don't think it's making any. And that makes fissile fuel. It's out of power. How do you power this thing? Where's the power out input from? side. Does need to be the bottom. Yes. Okay. We did it. Fissile fuel. That only took an hour, roughly. Cool. We made one step in the process towards getting antimatter. So now we need a ton of other stuff. SPS. Polonium. Polonium is a neutron activator from nuclear waste. We also need a neutron pile. We'll get to that. One of these is a waste product. One of these is nuclear waste, which isn't a waste product for some reason. No two ways about it. The next thing's a nuclear reactor. I don't know how these work. I don't know how to build a fission reactor. I just don't. I do not understand how to build a fission reactor. Go figure. Mechanism. Fission reactor. Huh. So we're gonna need these, and we're gonna need this, and we're gonna need these, and we're gonna need... And we're gonna need... Okay. Like, 5 of these, 20 of these, a crap load of these. Probably 2 or 3 of these. And... there's also some sort of glass that I need. Ooh. It's just lead. That's good. So we're gonna need this, 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 and this. I don't think I'm gonna need that. I don't think. Don't think I'm gonna need it. Oh boy. Stare at the wiki. Oh yeah. 1,000 times. 5,000 times. Five thousand times. Oh. I don't know what a small plutonium pellet is, or an advanced machine core is. Well, no, I know what that is. Reactor, neutron reflector, strange matter, fortron. Well, it's just a nightmare of all the things I don't want to make. It takes 5 minutes for one. One. Means we're gonna need at least like 60 of them. One every 10 seconds. Just so it can be used in this to create 0.2 0.2. So we need one bucket. One bucket is 1,000 plutonium, polonium, different, polonium, which is 5,000 nuclear waste. That is 5,000 fissile fuel. We have, roughly, 10. We don't even make that much. You shut up. There's no other way to get polonium. No other way at all. Nope. Doesn't seem to be. One millibucket per tick. 1 millibucket per tick. We need 5 million. That is 70 hours. Five and a half with the water flowing time. Yeah, we ain't doing that today. There's no way. We don't have 5.5 hours in the stream, so I ever... like I did. No, I didn't. That probably would have helped. Alright. 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours. Okay. How many neutron piles is that? Like, like a thousand neutron piles. So 1,000 neutron piles. 1,000 times 6 minutes. 100 hours. Which is longer than the other one was without a watch flowing time. So we're gonna need like 2 or 3, maybe 5, just to be safe. It gives off 50 microsieverts per hour. Will not decay inside of waste barrel, eh? Waste barrels, eh? The heck is a waste barrel? It's actually pretty cheap. Active decay rate? It said it won't decay. 5.5 hours, eh? That's somehow worse than the length of time it took to get chaos. Which I'm pretty sure took roughly 4.5 hours. By the way, if we can get 10 times as much antimatter, we can get an antimatter chicken. But it also requires neutronium chicken. None of this is particularly difficult. Neutronium block's kind of a pain. But that's about it. That's kind of the hardest part of the entire thing. The rest of this is kind of basic. And then this thing creates a neutronium pile. That is specifically to get this. And all of that is just a step to get this thing. These two things, antimatter, neutronium, and chaos, are the 3 longest and most difficult materials to get in the game. Probably. I'd wager they take longer than infinity to make. I'd wager. If I can get the chickens for them, then this will never be a problem again. I'll never even have to build a nuclear reactor again if I can get that done. The main problem now is that I probably need to compact this into the size of a water flowing time. Because I don't really want to buy more water flowing time. Though I could. Hmm. Well, this is a conundrum. Thing is that even if I build this, even if I get everything I need, it's going to take so long to do everything else after that that I'd pretty much just have to end stream after I do it. Because how many watches of flowing time can I get? Because here's the thing. Get two. Okay. Here's the thing. Even if I am able to get everything I need, it still doesn't really bring us all that much closer to getting things like the antimatter chicken, because you still need this much antimatter. So we still need a lot. But once we get to the antimatter, the rest of this is trivial. You can turn that straight into antimatter, which can then be used to make another one fairly easily. Nothing particularly difficult there. Neutronium, once you get it, once you get to this point, and you have the void container, trivial. None of this is difficult, except this. This is a pain, because this requires a neutron collector. And I don't know if you know how hard it is to get strange matter, but I spent probably about 2 hours making a setup for strange matter. This actually isn't particularly difficult. I can get it fairly easily. The problem is strange matter, and strange matter is a pain. I had to use it to get promethium. So all of this for one measly little step towards being done with these. One step. That's all it takes. It's one step. All of this to get this single item. I need about 16 of them. I think. I could be wrong. It's probably not that much. Yeah. We only need about 12. And 100,000 energy. Which doesn't matter at all. That's whatever. Doesn't really make any large difference to us. Whatsoever. Huh. Well, well, sir. I guess I should start getting the stuff for a nuclear reactor. Where is that structural glass? Because I need some of that as well. Any applicable multi-block? Oh boy. Thermal evaporation, supercritical phase shifter. That's the same as the SPS. Induction matrix? I just need the reactor. Fission reactor multi-block component. Not one of these. Okay. I'm gonna go put stuff away and craft some fission reactor stuff. I guess we're just gonna get right into it. Not like we got anything better to do. Alright. We need our multi-block thing. That might be at the world engine. What is the core block? This is the core block of a reactor. Oh, reactor glass. Reactor port, casing, port, rod, controller. I did, not the point. Blueprint. No. Multi-block. Not here. Where's my printer? Printer. This thing. A multi-block printer. What did I do with it? There it is. There it is. I need casing. Casing. Just like I was after. And lead. Lead, steel, basic chemical tanks. God dang it. Reactor glass. Lead, enriched iron. We're gonna need more of these. There, now we made a crapload more. Now I need some basic control circuits. And I need a bunch of other things, like redstone and diamond and obsidian. 2 stacks of diamond, 1 stack, stack of obsidian, a stack of redstone. Make some input ports. How many do I need? Probably 3. I need 5 of these, so 8. 8 in total. Should be good. Alright, these require lead and steel. Lead and steel. Well, steel is being worked on at the moment, so probably make some lead. Nope, steel. What do I need? I need more than that. That's probably more than I will ever need. Always in need of more steel. Quite the enigma. Not enough room for output. That's some crap, and you know it. Anyway. That is that. That's almost assuredly enough. Now I just need to craft some of these. 5 of them. These things require chemical thingamajiggers. Chemical. Where'd I put them? Where'd they go? I know I have them. I have 3. Yeah, okay, we're gonna need more than that. What does it take to make more? Osmium and redstone. Of course. I should really level up redstone. Whatever. Osmium. Nickel. Osmium. I never leveled up that guy either. Gosh, dang it. And we're out of blood. Okay. Enriched iron is iron and coal dust. Again. So, guess we're doing that. Okay, that's a portion of that. Yeah, that guy's so close. I'm just gonna get the glass for now. How much glass does that make? A lot. Let's fill up redstone. Just for the sake of my own sanity. Okay. Reactor. How do you build this thing? Lead infused steel casing, mostly heat resistant, mostly radiation resistant, and mostly safe. Good enough. Don't need a whole lot more than mostly. Five. You're not gonna want to be here, bud. Probably 3 reactor ports. Out of the way. Oh, we don't want to go all the way up. Multi-block? This block cannot be used with multi-block printer. Oh, that worked. Okay. Cool. Do I have any ender tanks lying around? They're probably at the world engine. There's an ender tank. Where are the rest of them? They probably got trashed at some point. Bit annoying, but whatever. I will simply grab some fluid pipes and move it a long and slow way. Where is that? Where are my fluid pipes? Cool. I may put a port here. Perfect. I'm not sure how much coolant this thing's gonna take based on, well, just about anything, but I do want to start moving fissile fuel in. Probably. And now it's got fissile fuel. Do we have enough coolant? Oh. Why would you ever do that? What? Why would you? What? Okay, how can I turn... Is there a way I can turn steam back into water? No? Okay. I guess that's the thing with sodium, is it just kinda... doesn't take a whole lot. So how much coolant does this thing eat per tick? 20,000 per tick? Mmm. And it gives us steam as a waste product. Okay, so we absolutely do not have enough water for this. We're gonna have to go sodium. Bit of a pain. That just means... That just means... Thermoelectric boiler. That seems like a pain. I don't want to do that. I'll have a choice. Why must we do this every single time? Unless there's just a faster way to make water. Can I put an item in? Heat capacity. Oil efficiency? Fuel statistics. Max burn rate 20. Huh. So I either need a way to get so much more water, so much faster, can't turn steam into water. Okay. Well, at least those are cheap. What does that even do? Ah. Okay. Steel. I know there's steel in here somewhere. Oh, there's 11. That's not good enough. Okay. This is absolutely gonna take multiple streams, isn't it? How much do these make? 2. 12. Pressure disperser. Oh, I need 9 of them. Right. More steel then. I don't really need these. Get out of my inventory. Okay. Good. Okay. Steel casing. See if we can't find some of those. Osmium. And glass. And then we just need these. What do I not need? Probably don't need, that. Or... Okay. Okay. This. Invar. Nickel and iron. I had to go throw something in the particle accelerator. Just for a second. There we go. Alright. Let's go do that other thing we need to do. Why is there so much molten carbon? Yeah, whatever, I must have gotten too much. I should only need 4 of these. Cool. Okay. Let's build this thing probably here-ish. Here-ish, yep. Just about. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Where the crap do the superheaters go? Oh, and I only needed 3 of them. I'm gonna take a guess and say they go right here. Alright, so what in the crap do I need? Water? Which turns into steam? But I can't turn steam back into anything. So wait, this is not particularly useful. Like, cool, we can turn water into steam. Why, though? What's the purpose in that? This also still requires an unbelievable amount of water. This thing's gonna burn through friggin' 200,000 water. Or 20,000 water. What's the point in the sodium then? This is pointless. I just need a better way to move water. Iron and terracotta. I needed more than that. I needed 5. Why it's water. Must be supplied with water. That makes not a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Doesn't matter much. Just gotta do this. Go on. And do not come back. Okay, what? I'm sorry, what? How does this thing work? I water. It's always water. Water bottle. The crap. Urn of endless water. That could probably work. Water tank. Water. Schrodinger's water block. What does that mean? It's Zycraft. Who the crap knows? An infinity source. I want to see what this does first, and then we'll... Said it required 2 adjacent. Okay. That works. Then I just need a fluid trash can. Which is like a bucket and some stone and some cobblestone. There we go. I now need something that can remove steam. Okay, how do I remove steam from the system? So how do I remove anything? Okay, so how do I... That... Ah, I understand. Okay, let's have that output coolant. Don't do that. Don't do that. Doesn't need to be a fluid. No. No, it was right the first time. Stop doing that. So did it already pull all of the steam? Yes, it did. Okay, what needs to be done with this thing? It needs to be in a neutron activator. Unless I want to turn it into plutonium. I want to turn it into polonium. This is multi-block. This requires carbon plating, whisper glass, reactor neutron reflector, reactor heat vent, and powered void crystal block. That sounds like a nightmare. Why did we run out of coolant? How did we run out of coolant? Is the better question. Why does it not? Why does it not move in coolant? Okay. Well, this is a little scary to use. Okay, what if I set it to 1? That uses more than this thing can pump. Laser connector? How do these things work? I mean, 10,000 buckets every tick. Why is this the main issue? Why? Seriously. Why? Why? Looks like this is gonna have to work. Still is not even close. And we still need 500,000 of this. It's not burning any fissile fuel. That's interesting. Yeah. So, I think I'm about done for today. This has been a lot of work. And I have a lot more to do. But I suppose we'll have to wait till tomorrow. So I'll see y'all later.